Like it's
There we go. We're on. We're back. We're back. Yeah, we were just on
we're
the
so
topic.
back.
I was so back. We're just on the topic of weird our weeks and shit. So yeah, obviously ended up in hospital this week on Thursday after passing out twice. So neural mediated syncope is what I think it is, although that's obviously completely sort of conjecture and not actually diagnosed because the whole point of the way I passed out is they could not explain it. So X-ray done, obviously all the observations and checks, multiple rounds over the course of a pretty big period in terms of blood pressure monitoring, echocardiogram, blood tests. Basically, nothing conclusively came back as being like this is a reason. It's just that my blood pressure was
Mm,
being weird as fuck. So what the whole understanding I have at a minute of it is more than likely there was a trigger. The trigger for because it's neurally mediated. Basically, my immune system, I think, just or like my nervous system, just switched off, which is really weird. Because I was so the
okay.
reason it's like I know. So the reason it's like not normal or they can't decide on anything specific is because at the time it happened, I was sat down the first time I passed out. So I was sat down,
Yeah.
I was on the phone call. I'd eaten 60 minutes prior. I'd eaten a meal 60 minutes prior, so it wasn't like I was in a fast, like a long fasted state or
Right.
anything. Or my blood pressure, or my blood glucose was low or anything like that. My, I was
Mm,
hydrated. So at the time, I was like most of a way through a 2 liter bottle of water with electrolytes in it. So
yeah.
there's
There
nothing there
shouldn't be
that
any
would
issues
point
with
to
that
it.
as well.
And I was sat down, which is the weird part because obviously you get a drop off or a variation in
Mm,
blood pressure when you go from sitting to standing. So I passed out
yeah.
on the phone. So I was just there with the phone in my hand, talking
But
on the phone, and I just felt myself going until my head hit the desk. And then at that point, I think there was enough blood that
oh,
came
okay.
back into my head for me to come back up, still on the phone,
Uh-huh.
completely blanked out then for
Did
like
the person realize you passed out?
I don't even know what happened to that phone call. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because from the moment I passed out and then woke up again, I was like blanking. So I don't really remember anything.
Yeah.
But what I do remember is standing up and going to a
Yeah.
door to try and open it. And I woke up, I was on the floor.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I passed out a second time. So, and this is all in the span of like
Oh,
a minute or so, but I blanked in that time as
that's
well.
scary, man.
Weird, bro. Weird shit. So, and I've never passed out before. So,
Jeez.
obviously, went in, had
Yeah.
observations, was in there a while. Blood test was fine, ECG was fine, X-rays were fine. Just my blood pressure was weird, where I'd go from in a seated position, it was fine, normal. I'd stand up, and my when I stood up, my blood pressure would drop by double what is the norm from going from seated to standing. So that's the weird part.
Jeez.
So that's like a big drop, and that explains me then
Yeah. Yeah.
collapsing when I stood up. Um,
Yeah, the second time, but like the first time
yeah,
was weird. Yeah.
exactly. So I've been referred to a specialist clinic for basically when doctors just don't have a clue why when people pass out or collapse. So I'll be getting referred and going to that in the coming weeks, I'm sure, just to get
Yeah.
some more answers. But based on what I've sort of gathered and what I've looked at, I'm thinking it's this NMS, so neurally mediated syncope, which basically, for whatever reason, some things trigger it, but my immune system or my CNS, my nervous system, just shut off, and that caused a plummet in my blood
Mm,
pressure even while seated to the point where I passed out, sat down. So we'll see. We'll see. I need to obviously dig into it more. I don't know the reasoning. A lot of the time, it seems to be like if it's nervous system related, it will be stress related. So it could be a stress response, like a just
yeah.
an overstimulated stress response of some kind. But yeah, really fucking strange. So,
Yeah.
but from the whole, I feel all right now. Nothing feels off particularly. They've just said to me basically, I can't. Well, I shouldn't really be driving, and for obvious reasons. Um, and then also, I've just got to wait to
Mm,
go to this clinic and get some more answers. But yeah, bizarre, man. Really weird. So prep
yeah.
at the minute, prep plans. Prep is still a go ahead. I've still got plenty of time. My weight fluctuated a bit around obviously the time I was in and around hospital, but I'm still holding it like 89. So the goal is to continue with prep, but
Mm.
I've taken basically
Mm.
since Thursday till today off, and then looking to slowly get back in coming into this week.
Yeah,
But yeah, really fucking weird shit, bro.
that's good.
It's thrown my whole
Well, how are
weekend.
you
So
feeling now?
I feel weird, but I think I feel weird because it's the placebo of like something isn't right, and I don't know why.
Right.
So I think that's what it is more than
Right.
anything else.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, like in terms of like, I'm sat here now and I'm like, am I going to pass out? And I'm like, no, I'm probably not realistically, but it's like in the back of the head of like, it could
Yeah.
happen. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those.
Yeah.
Um,
The main thing is that is you don't know the exact reason, and then it's
that's
like,
the thing, right? They don't
when
know
would it
either.
happen again?
Exactly. Yeah, you don't want it to
Hmm.
happen again. So it's just a case of figuring out if there are certain triggers for it, what those triggers are. It's not they obviously did all the tests for it. It's not like I'm like an undiagnosed epileptic or anything like that, as far as I'm aware. There's
Mm.
nothing going on with my eyes, like anything weird like that. Nothing they came back with test wise was like, this is a thing, or it's because you're actually diabetic type 1 undiagnosed or anything like that. So we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, that's been my week. It's been I've come off the back of a photo shoot, client photo shoot last week, and obviously done some stuff there. Training was fine up until Wednesday, and then obviously since Wednesday it's just
Mm.
been out the window, obviously. So yeah, not ideal, but
Yeah.
you know we've got time. We've got time. Prep is still a go. What about you,
How
bro?
many
What's
weeks out
new?
now?
Oh, I'm like 19 weeks out, something
Yeah.
like that. So I've still got time. I'm not in
Oh,
bad
okay.
shape,
Yeah.
obviously now.
Plenty of time.
So
And you're very lean at the moment.
yeah, man. So
Yeah.
what's new? What's going
For
on?
me, just yeah. New compound, new cycle. Feeling pretty good. Like in general, I don't really feel any like side effect people usually talk about. I'm not gonna say whatever I'm taking right now. Just
Sure.
um, yeah. Just I mean, so far, body's feeling fine. Blood pressure's good. Um, less acne as well. So can't complain about any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty happy and continuing to grow. Um, for another like 3 4 months. And assess the situation from there.
Good shit, bro. Exciting times. Yeah, I do think
Yeah.
your sort of elective choice to not prep this year and just keep improving was the move. Because like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna be in a fucking
Yeah.
great spot next year. That's for sure.
Yeah. I want to be like at the end of the off season, like be around like 110, 115 ish.
Yeah.
And then that will be great. Well, my weight cap is like 91.
Oh shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But also at the same time, well, yeah. Also at the same time, I'm at a lot leaner position right now compared to my last off season.
Yeah.
So might have to push down the weight a little bit
Well,
at the
this is
end.
the thing, right?
But
It's like, and that's the annoying
it
part,
is what
obviously,
it
for
is.
you
Yeah.
being in classic cap is obviously your cap will go up once you're not an amateur,
Mm.
but obviously you're still growing great.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like you can't be
Yeah.
in that like pro level weight cap. Like that's still very much
Yeah.
realistic for you. So just
The
have to get
the thing
fucking inside out peeled, bro. That's gonna be it, I guess.
yeah, yeah, exactly. The thing is like a lot of pros, I would say, like especially the top end ones, like I feel like they probably would be over their weight cap and the high people would still not say anything about it. It's like, yeah, compete. People want you to be there anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, because yeah, it's a 91. That's the thing. You look big. You look big now because you've got a structure as well where even if you aren't like the
Mm,
biggest guy on stage, you will still look big. Um, and
yeah,
obviously your posing like massively amplifies that. So yeah, it's exciting, man. It's
yeah,
really cool. Really, really
yeah.
cool.
Now just
Meanwhile,
continue to improve the back and
yeah,
hamstring. That's the main thing.
yeah, I was gonna say posterior chain works is sort of your MO now, isn't it? That's what you're
Yeah,
focusing on. You're getting stupid
yeah,
strong on hinges. Um, Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be really fun to watch. It's mad because like you're now at a point where you are just yeah, like it feels like in the past year, and it's literally been in the
Mhm.
past year, you've
Yeah.
exploded. You're so much bigger now.
I, th I think it's mainly um from the beginning of this year. I
Mm,
think it's like, okay, I found this formula for my body that what works for my body, and then it's just like
running it.
difference every day.
Yeah, man, it's really cool. And you've got a good training environment as
Yeah,
well. You've got a good group of training
yeah,
partners as well, which is
yeah.
great. And I
Now
think,
I feel like
go on.
sorry, go
No, you're good.
on. Yeah, I was gonna say like since since I moved down to London, I feel like I'm enjoying training with people more than it, training by myself. I used to like training by myself. Now I'm just like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do when I'm training by myself?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's the thing. Muscle Works is like a cool gym and stuff, and obviously, like when I
Yeah,
visited and like trained with you, what was it, back end of last year? Um,
yeah,
it was like from when I first, because I went when I was like 19, I think 19, 20. I remember going with, I
mm,
think it was Tim. I went with a few times with a few other people, and it was a good gym. But when I came back, I was like, holy shit, they've like massively scaled up this gym because they like
mm,
expanded, didn't they, through
yeah,
the other building
yeah.
as
And then
well.
they they recently removed the boxing ring. I
Hmm,
think they're going to put more machines and
mad.
yeah.
That's gonna be sick. That's gonna be
So
sick.
we shall see.
Yeah, I'll be definitely coming up over summer at some point, I'm sure. I think one of
Yeah.
Imi's shows, to be fair, might be in and around London, so we'll be looking at potentially
Okay.
having that might end up being like a bit of a home based gym while we're there over a weekend. But
Mm.
yeah, super cool, man. So yeah, what's new? What's kicking off? What have you got planned coming up?
Um, Not much really. Now just like pushing the posing business stuff more. And maybe like at some point like get a seminar done.
Yeah, man,
Um, not sure yet. I'm not sure about it yet.
that'd be
But
sick.
yeah, just maybe give it a bit more time. Yeah.
Good shit. Good shit. I'm trying
Yeah.
to think. When
What
was the
about
last
you?
time we actually poddied as well? Because it's been like over a month.
That is yeah, definitely over a month. That's
Definitely over a month.
before Japan.
Yeah, pre-Japan. I'll fuck it. I'll touch on that real quick.
Yeah.
If you are a bodybuilder
Yeah.
and you want to go somewhere and you want it to be really bodybuilding friendly, go to Japan. Japan's crazy for bodybuilding. I'm gonna stand the fuck out of Japan. I think Japan might be the most bodybuilding
Yeah.
friendly place I've been to in my life. It's nuts. You wouldn't think it, but in terms of like the food, the
Mhm.
culture, how active everyone is, you walk everywhere. Also the bodybuilding community in Japan is really good. Really, really good. Like,
Oh, really?
obviously they have shows over there, but obviously their main gym is got like Gold's Gym. That is their main chain in Japan. So when you go to every
Right.
major city, there's at least one or two Gold's gyms in each city, and they are like well equipped
Oh,
Gold's Gym stuff, and it is like a
okay.
museum in every city.
What sort of like equipments do they usually have in there?
It was pretty varied, to be fair. So Tokyo, I think the Shibuya one, which is the coolest one I went to, is on top of a skyscraper. So it's the penthouse of a skyscraper
Oh,
building in
okay.
Tokyo. And on top of it, there's a pool and like a rooftop sunbathing terrace.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and then you get this crazy like 360 view from all the glass windows around the gym of the rest of the city. The actual kit itself is a blend of like really old stuff, mainly really old stuff, which is like good because that's typically what tends to be good. So you've got
Yeah.
those no old school Nautilus, um, those old school. I think I saw a few Jim Lacko pieces when I was over there. Cybex,
Nice.
obviously. They've got some like Asia only brands there over there. I think like they might have a few Jim 80 pieces and
Okay.
things like that as well. There was I'm trying to think what other weird stuff I saw. I saw some really retro. God, what was it? There was some really retro Nautilus, obviously, with like and a lot of the kit has all
Mm,
the old like 90s and 80s logos on them still. It's like really old
yeah,
kit, but really well
that's
maintained.
sick.
So yeah, it's really worth going to, and they have a good variety as well. Really good variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. I think the best one I went to purely because they had decent hacks. They had like Cybex hacks was
Mm,
the one I think it was in was it Osaka or Kyoto? They had some decent hacks and things like that as well.
mm,
Some like really quality leg kit. So yeah, really, really well equipped gyms, and the gyms are like pretty
nice.
much the same prices you'd be paying over here for that sort of gym kit, which is pretty good. Um, Everything's so cheap there as
Yeah.
well. That's the thing. When all
Oh,
you're living off is fish, meat, rice, veg, fruit. That's all I
I
eat
mean,
anyway.
that's all you need, really.
That's all you need, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's easy. And like I came
Yeah.
back. Obviously, I was there 3 weeks. I came back. I was the exact same weight as when I left. The exact same weight.
Nice.
So like that just shows how easy it is to just sort of even maintain in a diet. Um, Obviously, if you're in the off
Yeah.
season, go wild. Like you can go out and like eat all the crazy food over there as well. Like I was like
Yeah.
holding
Yeah.
off the entire time from having. They do like if you go to 7-Elevens and things like that, they have fruit sandwiches, which is just a sandwich
Yeah.
filled with whipped cream and like fresh fruit. Why? I don't know, but they have shit
Interesting.
like that, and it's like I really want
Interesting.
to try this, but obviously I can't. Like I can't eat that. Like that's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
bad idea. But yeah, it's so clean.
Oh,
It's so clean and cheap as well. The
yeah.
food, like the
Yeah.
pricing's very cheap. So yeah, highly recommend. I think we've been on about getting
Yeah.
Noah on at some point as well to discuss because I know he's like
Mm,
potentially moving over there or something as well. So
yeah.
he's like, big on it, proper big on it. I had a chat with Kez
Yeah.
as well. I bumped into Kez this past week,
Mm.
pre hospital
Oh,
incident.
yeah. Then he went to Rotherham
Yeah, so
last week
yeah,
or
so I
something
had
like
a little catch up with him. I had a chat with him in person. He was saying, yeah, he wants to go
that. Mm.
back ASAP. He really wants to go back. I think there might be something in the works, but yeah, no, it's yeah, insane
Yeah.
country. I will be going back ASAP.
Wait, speaking of which, you reckon we should make a like what's it called? Comic-Con
Mm.
appearance
Oh,
with the
100%.
boys.
Yeah, so for podcast
Yeah.
viewers, obviously most bodybuilders are
Mm.
massive fucking nerds. So we're we're looking at potentially going and doing like a Comic Con thing over summer because I think there's a few. I think was it August you were on about as well. I think there's a Comic Con in August. Was it or is it
I
July? I can't remember.
think
It's some
so.
point
Let me
in
have a
summer.
look. Yeah. Comic-Con. Wait, it's May, end of this month.
Oh fuck! When's the next one?
The
When's the next one?
MCM one is this. See.
Because I'll be
Oh,
the end of this
oh,
month
okay,
is Imi's first show, so we'll be in.
there's a right. So the MCM one is end of this month, like 23rd to 25th of May.
Yeah,
And then there's a London Film and Comic Con in July, 5th
that
to 7th of
yeah,
July.
that might be the one. That might be the one.
Yeah,
Purely because yeah,
right.
that weekend Imi will be doing UK FBA first timers, so she's less than a month now
Okay.
out now officially. But yeah, we'll get something
Yeah,
sorted
yeah,
because I want to.
she's looking good.
Yeah, she's looking good, man. She's in a really good spot. It's one of those ones where like, and this is always the case with like first timers and competitors who are like want to get on stage. It's always the thing of like, do they feel ready? Like, do they think they're ready?
Right,
And about keeping someone's head screwed onto that
right.
because like at the end of the day, you just don't know what you look like until you go on stage for the first time. You
Yes,
just don't
that's
actually know. You
true.
don't know what you're going to look like on stage. That's always the case. So like
Especially with the tan on. You've never put a tan on as well.
exactly. So like and it's one of those things where like a lot of people I feel like especially people who look to get into competing put it off for years because they think they're not ready. And a lot of the time,
Mm,
much like I did, you've just got to take a leap and you've just got to get on stage to see how you stack up because you just don't know. Granted, she's in really good
yeah.
shape. She's like, for a first timer, she's in a really good spot. But you also don't want to be like 100% at your first show. Like that should never be the
Yeah.
plan. Is like because then you've got nowhere to go. Like so for her, like we're looking to bring her like 80-90% there, and then over the course of
Mm,
subsequent shows going into summer, the goal is to just chip away, continue to chip away, get a bit better
right.
condition in between each show, and improve on the look. Um, and yeah, because you as much as it would be nice to just look perfect at every single show, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's a progressive thing. You have to like continually improve over the course of the season. So yeah, she's looking great.
Mm,
She's going to be in shape. It's just a case of sticking the landing now. Basically, she's got, I think, well, a couple of weeks left before we go into sort of the peak week period, and we just remove all that fatigue and fluid retention and just
yeah.
bring her in. So yeah, she's super excited. I'm super excited. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a good weekend. And yeah, that'll be my first outing of getting someone on stage as well. Finally, so yeah, we'll see how this season goes.
Yeah.
But the goal is to just get her on stage and just that should be the goal, just to have fun. Just get on stage and have fun. So yeah,
Mm,
super looking forward to that. It's gonna be good.
nice.
And then obviously from there, she's got some more shows lined up. We're looking obviously at PCA. We're also going to be looking at WNBF as well. And obviously, depending where placings land, that'll also dictate what other shows she'll do as well over the course of the season. Um, but
Mm,
yeah, that's the current situation within me. It's going to be good. Really looking forward to it. It's also one of those things where like when it because she when you're coaching your girlfriend, it is, I'm sure, a bit of a different
mm,
dynamic than coaching anyone else. It is just different.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so like, when I make food changes, I have to then sit with her and put up with her grumbling because I've dropped her food and I'm
That'd
sat
be a
there eating.
proper, like, a separate thing.
Yeah. You've got to have that separation even in the household, like of like, okay, this is coaching Jermaine, this is boyfriend Jermaine. Um, and balancing that as well. But yeah, no, she's looking forward to it. She's pretty on now. She's ready for it. And then yeah, from there,
Nice.
fingers crossed, we'll get lined up to do a. We're looking at obviously doing shows further down south because a lot of our family's down south as well. So we'll definitely be doing
Mhm.
shows around London, and fingers crossed we can tie that on with the Comic Con. That'll be fun. That'll be a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Cosplay ideas pending, folks. Submit them. Let us know. Let
Oh
us
my
know.
God. I don't know if I should do Zorro again because I still have the stuff with me.
Do you? If you do, do it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You're wearing
Yeah.
green now. It's meant
I
to
was,
be.
I just, like, but before so right now I'm like growing my sides back out.
Hmm.
Before it's quite short there, I just like spray this bit green.
Yeah.
Now I'm probably just going to leave my hair as it is.
Yeah, man. Get a do rag on. Get a
Mm.
do rag done. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah, I don't even if I were to do
Oh,
that, I don't even know what I'd go as. I don't know what I'd fit as.
mm.
I don't know, Usopp. That'd probably be I don't have the dreadlocks anymore, so I don't know
Oh,
if that'll work.
yeah, you need a drag like that, yeah.
But yeah, no man.
But I have another idea for me myself is Gon from Hunter x Hunter.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you just have to get
The
all your
the
hair
grown up
like
version.
stuck up,
You just like stick it straight
floating
up.
up.
Yeah, his hair sprays.
Yeah, man. That'd be funny as fuck. That'd be jokes. Yeah, I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
just
We'll see.
walking around London just for
Oh,
that.
bro. Do you know it would be easy to find you in a crowd though? It'd be so easy to
Yeah,
find
just
you.
like my hair.
Yeah. Just follow like the floating up hair. Yeah, man. That'd be ideal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be fun because obviously we don't have the Arnold
Hmm.
this year. They've announced it's now next year,
Yeah.
which is like
Next year.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's back. I'm glad that we are getting another one. It's just I wish it was more consistent. I do. But
Yeah. And
as we'll see.
I hope they have amateur. If they do,
Yeah.
I will compete.
Yeah, I would love for I'd love to watch that because like I was debating at one point. I was like, oh, if they do an amateurs, for example, if this year had happened, would I have done it? And I might have done. Because their amateur weights, they do like bantam and all sorts, don't they? They do like all the really lightweight caps as well. I'm pretty sure.
Or the
NMPC.
sorry.
I'm pretty sure they do. They do like all these like really like not featherweight, but they do all like the really lighter weight caps as well, which arguably I could fit in.
Oh, okay.
It's just obviously I'd be like
Yeah.
6 foot going up against a 5'5" dude who's like twice as wide as me, which would be really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's exciting. Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
any other news? Any other news in bodybuilding? Obviously, Joe is away at the moment. Um, with
Yeah.
he's got a client. Obviously, he's competing in.
Funny.
Yeah, it's with. Is it in Portugal or Spain? I can never remember which one it is.
Spain. Alcante.
Yeah. So he's over there at the minute, hence why he's
Yeah.
not on the poddy. But yeah, fingers crossed. I'm super excited to see what look they pull out the bag there. He's competed. Well, he's had a
Mm,
few clients over there now as well, so he probably knows the ins and outs of competing overseas. So yeah, it should be fun. Should be fun.
yeah.
We'll be watching along today. Um, in other
Yeah.
news, I'm trying to think if anything else is new. What pro shows have we had? We've had the since we last spoke. Oh
Well, in the past month, there are
yeah,
a few like
yeah, we've had a fair few.
Vivo,
Yeah,
uh, and Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah, and then we've got what else have we got coming up
What
as
else?
well? There's a couple more coming up, but I know at the in the past month we obviously had well, who did we have on stage? Who was in the pro league on stage this past month? Um, we had
Which one? Sorry.
say again.
Oh, which show are you talking about?
I'm talking about. I think it was FIBO, wasn't it? Who do we have
Vivo.
at FIBO?
Uh, Andrew Jack,
Yeah, we had
Tass,
Andrew Jacks, and
uh,
who else do we have at that show? I'm trying to think.
Tass.
Say
He's
again.
fucking peeled.
Oh yes, yes,
Tass.
yeah. No, he Sass was nuts,
Yeah,
absolutely nuts. That was like, do you know what?
absolutely
That is like
crazy condition.
that looks like I don't know that condition. I don't know whether it's because he's an old guy who's like come back, but he had that like 2000s bodybuilding polish. That's what it kind of looked like to me. It was like
Oh
it was
yeah,
kind of like a
yeah,
nostalgic physique, like a nostalgic way. It's like a really nice balance of like being healed, but also having that fullness and that pop and like the clean lines as well. Really clean lines. Who did you actually have winning that?
mm.
That's the big question, right? Is like who do you actually
No,
have
the
winning that?
only reason he lost to Andrew is just like the size, like the
Yeah,
frame.
that's the thing, right? If Sass was like an inch taller or something like that, I think he would have had it. Just because I think he was like
Yeah,
just so well balanced.
yeah.
But obviously it's Andrew Jacked. You've got that freak
Mm.
factor, and he's like he's that's the thing. Andrew's still young as
Yeah,
well in bodybuilding years. He's only going to improve. So
yeah.
um, yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to follow along with that and see because I don't know what other shows Sass is doing now. Um, I don't know if he said, but Sass feels like a physique which should be on the Olympia stage. In all honesty, I think Sass should be on the Olympia stage.
Yeah, I think he announced he's doing the New York Pro,
Okay, that's a good show for him for sure.
if I got it correct. Yeah, yeah.
I'll have a look off the back of this call because I don't know who
I
else will
don't
be
think
doing
he's
it.
doing Pittsburgh Pro. Pittsburgh is just like
Pittsburgh is like I feel like it never used to be as
Pittsburgh
big a
is
show
just
as it
too.
it's just stacked. It is stacked. Like it
Yeah,
used to be obviously like New York Pro Night of Champions, like that used to be like
yeah,
the third biggest show or whatever. And now it's not. Like New York Pro isn't as big as some of these other
mm.
regionals. So
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be fun to follow along either way because he'll put. I hope he improves. If Sass
Pittsburgh
improves
is
on
yeah,
his look,
it's insane.
that would be nuts. That would be absolutely nuts. Right, bro. Let's wrap it up because we've got
Yeah,
like however many
100%.
minutes left of this recording slot, and But yeah, thank you guys for
Cool.
listening and
Yeah,
or watching. We've had a nice little catch up. Queuing up for next time. Obviously, Joe will be
thank you.
back, looking at having on some guests as well. If you want anyone in particular, don't be afraid to shoot us a message and say, and we'll reach out to them. We'll get some people on. But yeah, thank you for listening and watching the podcast, and we will catch you guys.
Sweet.
Sweet.